What? Yes, yes. Hey, miss, nice. Make room for the wedding party! There's a little room over here. There's some room over here for some people who like to sit down. You have a good side We're going to start.
We're going to start.
So if you're in front,
sit down.
Sit down. And be quiet.
Be quiet, please. Oh,
ونشهد أن سيدنا Allah, the gracious, the merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the universe, the master of the day of judgment. I bear witness and testimony to the oneness of Allah, to His magnificence, His omnipotence, His might, His glory, to His being the God of Adam and the God of Abraham, the God of Moses and the God of David, the God of Jesus and the God of Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of God be upon all of His chosen prophets and upon all those who choose to tread in their paths until the last day. It is said in the Islamic tradition that Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, would regularly seek solitude so that he could contemplate and reflect. That in the days before he received revelation, it was a habit of this man that he would separate himself from the Meccan society that he was a part of so that he could better understand what its function was and what purpose he served towards it. And as our tradition goes, on that one fateful day when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam believes that he is by himself, sitting on top of a mountain in the cave that we know as the cave of Hira, his solitude is disrupted by the angel Gabriel, peace be upon him, coming with the initial revelation of Iqra, read, and the Prophet Muhammad, in our understanding, being a man who was not able to read or write, he responds, Ma ana biqari, that I am not a reader, I am not a reciter. The interaction takes place thrice, and then he is left on his own. For us to understand the magnitude of the situation, as our tradition goes, that the angel Gabriel does not take the form of you or I, similar to us, but as it goes, that wherever he looks in the horizon, all Muhammad sees is this angel, a truly massive creature. And now he is left by himself to walk down that mountain all the way back to his home to make a critical sense of everything that has just happened. Doubts begin to enter into his mind. He believes he's been plagued by demons and jinns. Arguably, it's the most important day of his life, and now when he needs somebody more so than anybody else at any other time in his life to tell him he's a good person, to give him positive reinforcement, he is not met by the rough hands of any of his male companions. He is not met by an Abu Bakr and Umar or an Uthman, but when the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam needs somebody to tell him he's a good man, Allah Azza wa Jal puts into his hand the gentle hand of his wife Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha. That without hesitation she says to him, you are a good person. You honor the rights of your guests, you treat orphans with dignity and respect. There is no way you will be tested in this manner. She leaves no room for doubt. And this is the relationship as per the Islamic paradigm that exists between a husband and a wife. That when you feel as if the entire world around you is crumbling, when you believe that nobody understands you at all whatsoever, you have solace in the fact that there is at least one person who is there that gets you. One person who will be your support, one person who will be that shoulder upon which you can lay your head and cry tear upon tear upon tear, knowing that person will not think anything less of you, but will be there to your fullest extent. And today, you and I, we have the blessing, we have the benefit of being able to witness the marriage of our dear brother Emery and our sister Misha. And we pray that inshallah ta'ala Allah Azza wa Jal blesses them with an immense amount of happiness and joy, increasing for them understanding, mercy and compassion towards each other on this day, and giving them more and more of it on every tomorrow that they are blessed to see in this world together. We have to be able to understand truly how unique this relationship is. In the Quran, when marriage is defined, the relationship between spouses, it is qualified by two terms. The word mawadda in Arabic, it means love. But in Arabic, the language is so rich and so deep, you can't just simply translate it as love. Because in Arabic, the word hub means love. The word ishq means love. So mawadda is not just simply love. In his infinite attributes, God Almighty is also known in the Arabic language as Al-Wadud, the source of love, the giver of love. And he is Al-Wadud, he emanates such a love called wood, that is so unconditional, so unqualified. He does not love his people, his creation, because they come from a certain part of the world, because they come from a certain culture, they espouse a certain ideology or creed. God is al-Wadud, the one who loves simply because he loves. For a husband and wife, that is the kind of love that they are meant to have for one another. If you don't love each other because of either of you having a certain affinity towards certain characteristics or certain interests that you share in common with each other. But you don't love each other because you're willing to sit in 40-degree weather in a park outside with people who are willing to stand with you no matter what the situation, and because of that you have a deep love for each other. But you love each other because you love each other. And we pray that inshallah ta'ala, Allah Azza wa Jal blesses your marriage with that kind of love. And that mawadda, it builds into a rahmah, a compassion that's rooted with an understanding of mercy towards each other, that you don't demand of each other, but you give to one another. That it's not about what it is that you will be giving to somebody, but it's about what the other will be gaining from your action. That in our tradition, the Prophet ﷺ tells us that marriage is a most unique situation. That it enables a person to gain half of their faith by it. But it's not that the day after you become wed, you are suddenly twice the person that you were the day before. The potential lies there because within marriage, you see the ultimate test as to whether or not you can honor the rights that somebody else has owed. Don't think about what you are owed, but think about what you can give. Don't think about what you have lost, but think about what the other has gained. Understand that you have been given a deep blessing today, a deep ni'mah, being together as husband and wife, and understand this as a blessing and nothing else. Allow for mercy and understanding and compassion to be the root of your relationship. Let it be something that carries you forth throughout your days. Inshallah ta'ala, many of us are asked if we were here to witness this, most assuredly we would say yes we were. And this becomes one of the components for the validity of the marriage contract as per the Sharia, as per Islamic law. That we have 4 basic integrals for this contract to be valid. One, we need to have a minimum of a certain amount of witnesses, either 2 male or 1 male and 2 female, and we far exceed that requirement. We have something that we call a meher, something of financial value that gets transferred from the groom to the bride. We have what we call a wali, which is essentially a third-party proxy that can be designated on behalf of either individual to carry the contract out on their behalf. And fourthly, we have what we call ijab and qabul, or offer and acceptance. Where inshallah ta'ala, our brother Emery will say to our sister that, will you marry me? And we pray and hope that she'll say, yes, I will. اللهم صل على تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.
Everyone would want to congratulate the bride and the groom.
Candace, Candace, can you take a picture for me? Hi, how are you? How's everything? Thank you. Thank you, love. Perfect, thank you. We're by the pizza, yani we're by the avenue where the pizza is. تعال, we just finished actually. We just finished. So تعال يلا hurry. Eh? Yeah, we just finished. Put the tag.
Next on this table over here.
Okay, bro.
Guys, there's food over here. You should eat.
The wedding go?
Wedding went well. It was quick.
Were you best man or worst man or middle man?
I was just kind of there.
Were you
it was
the middle
pretty
man?
quick. I was pretty happy. I didn't have to talk because I didn't come up with anything because I was too busy drinking and eating last night.
Feast. So. Okay. All right. Good.
A movable feast.
A movable.
I moved it in my stomach from Tom's apartment to the square.
How you doing?
Yeah, not quite Ernest Hemingway's.
You're going to be hanging around today, right? So we'll all go up.
Yeah. I'm just.
I'll have mercy on you today. There's nothing to carry. I only brought 3 flags.
All right.
No painting.
Cool. Well, I gotta go home for a bit, like wash up.
All right, and then come back. Yeah. And did Randy talk to you about appearing
on the show? Yeah. That's the reason we're going
So I'll be here until you come back. Then we'll leave. Okay. All right. I'll see you later. Hey Randy, I'm just gonna put this yellow bag under here. So there.
This guy is like.
Here, you want to see something? You want to come with me for a minute? You feel
I gotta watch my dog.
Oh, okay.
I'll go home and get some liability.
That's what Dan's doing too.
Better now.
As Walter called you, because I got his iPad on me. iPod. For 2 days I've been carrying it around and he hasn't showed up.
You know, by the way, they used that really good speaker on Oberman the other day, guy Jose.
Oh, Jose,
Yeah, Jose got on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jose did.
Yeah.
Good, good.
So maybe that
How'd
guy
they get a hold of Jose?
I don't know, but they,
Good.
you know, what they did was they called me up, and they probably called a few other people.
Okay, good.
And they had some video.
Because I was going to give you Jose's number. I went around looking for him, but I didn't see him.
That's the guy.
Oh, that's good. Good. Excellent. My God, that's some cigar you got there, man. No, no, no. Let me film the end of that. You know, you're just going to get tongue cancer. Tongue.
Okay, listen.
Not lung.
Want me to start drinking again and doing drugs? By the way, this guy is really bad karma. The t-shirt guy.
What can you do? Everybody's entitled to make a living. It's called capitalism or parasiticism, or it's actually called commodification. Commodification.
Listen, why don't we put up some like miniature rides here for kids? You know, like the horse that says occupy the corral.
Hey, we could do that. Those mechanical horses for a quarter.
And
have a police horse. You too can pretend to be a policeman. Yeah, get on the high horse. Get on your high horse. All right.
You're definitely.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta keep moving. Let the pedestrians walk through.
We're on our way. Glory, hallelujah. We're on our way. We're on our way. Of the King is behind. We're on our way. Of the King is behind. On our way. Of the King is behind. We're on our way. Glory, hallelujah.
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
Brother?
Good to see you.
He was here about 3 weeks ago. Yeah.
We're still coming. Still coming. Charlotte's waiting back there.
Occupy and take a stand. Not to colonize the land. Not to colonize the land. Occupy and take a stand. Occupy and take a stand. Colonize the land. Not to colonize the land. Free Palestine today. Free Palestine
Are you guys going on a march?
No, we're going to administer free flu shots.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll line up for that. Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. Glad to see you down here.
What's this shot? You know why we're saying we're going to be a doctor's man? Because of a lawyer named Abigail Ford.
Say hi to my people.
All right, Queen. Love it. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Hey.
Oh.
Play one of them down in
Thank you. This is you?
And this is, of course, this is my new thing. The team for Catch a Crook.
Uh-huh.
This is my new email.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Rub out them, you know. This is my new email. But rub it out. Rub out everything. Soon get
Tate or Valletta what?
Rub out all of it.
Oh, okay.
Because they use this number. They rub my name.
Really? Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Did I ever give you a shirt? I never gave you a shirt, right?
No.
I'm going to give you a nice shirt.
Make them hear me down there.
All right, I'm going to give you a nice shirt.
I look at
All right. Queen Latifah there just gave me her CD, so I'm going to give her a nice shirt. Tit for tat. Isn't that nice, huh? You like red? You want red? I can see you in red, babe. You're red hot. You are red hot. Okay.
And right beside me and my Melon. Sure. So Billy, of course, has probably 250 easily. So yeah, it's kind of like bigger cities have that. Of course, being the Zuccotti Park, we have a little bit more. Back in October, when we took a head count before the tents went up, we had 648 people sleeping here at night.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Schedule of today's meetings.
Do you mind if I grab a picture?
Everybody has a voice. I have one assistant.
I look like
Yeah.
From where?
Yeah, don't you?
I just got this jacket today. You love it, right? $10.
Where's your rose quartz at, brother? Got no rose quartz on
Put us in flu shots over there.
Great flu shots. Great flu shots.
Sorry.
No, it's not true. Morning.
On the news and on YouTube and stuff, you know? It's not a pastor. That's a dead end.
Yeah, I just am looking at what he's drawing. You mind if I see what you're drawing? I've seen you around for about a month drawing.
Yeah.
You're doing a whole book, huh?
I am. I got a big book too, but
are you going to publish it?
You know, I'm going to probably when I get a few more, like, you know, send it out some places, like Harper's and some other places.
Oh, great.
But you know, I'll put it up. I'll put it on my website. At least.
Really? Can I get the name of your website? You haven't done it yet. You haven't done it yet?
I haven't. You know, I work, so I've got probably about 10 drawings that I really like so far.
Great.
But maybe not even that many. Maybe
thank you so much. Thank you.
But my website's on there.
Scott Williams.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll check it out.
I've seen you here a lot too.
Yeah,
I'll show you a couple
I'm here every day. Yeah, I'd love to see him, man.
You know, when they develop, they're kind of like this.
Yeah, I love it.
This is the other end.
Yeah, that's where the sculpture is. The joy to life, it's called.
Yeah, right.
Joie de vie or whatever.
Right.
That French. Oh, what is that? That's cool.
Just somewhere my car got towed.
Oh, really? Well, that's a great drawing.
To that spot, yeah.
Wow.
Thanks. Little think tank.
Yeah. Lovely. Oh, that's great.
The cafeteria.
You know, I think you can publish this in a book, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get an Occupy art off the ground, you know? To occupy the museums and stuff.
Right.
So maybe you should be a... Whoa, that's really detailed. Maybe you should be like a participant in that. That's great.
Sure, yeah. I think this was the very first one.
Wow. Nice, man. What else is there? Let me see.
Oh, just my other drawings. You know, before I started coming down.
Yeah. That's one. There's tens. Who's that? Who's that sleeping lady?
That's my son.
Oh, your son?
Yeah, he's 5.
Oh, he's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. And what's your wife think about you coming down here? Have you taken your son down here?
You know, I haven't.
No? Why not?
I should, like on Tuesday.
Just to expose him.
You know, we have other things to do a lot of the time when I'm with him. And you know.
Where do you live? You live in the neighborhood, or you live out in Queens, or where?
East Village.
In the East Village, so it's not that far away to take the the red line down.
Yeah, it's actually really quick.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've even been coming here because I teach. I've been coming here before classes.
Oh, really?
When I have like an hour and a half between classes, I've been coming.
You teach art at a university?
Yeah, right.
Okay. What university?
I teach at Pratt and at
Pratt.
okay.
On Fifth Avenue, right? Pratt.
No, the one down. The one down in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I get it. Wow. And you teach drawing, I suppose, right? Or
I do drawing and color painting.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. And what have you taken your students down here to get material? Have you done a field trip with easels or something like that?
To tell you the truth, it would just be so hard to organize. I mean, it would be so hard to like really make it work. It's hard enough for me to find like one spot to draw.
Yeah. But you know what? There's a lot of creative ferment going on here, you know, Scott?
Yeah.
And so I think you should bring your class here with the little notepads and tell them they should do a drawing based on whatever they see and scatter them around this park and just collect them. Hopefully they'll be all there at the end.
It'd be an interesting
you ought to do that.
Assignment. Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Huh? This is a good idea. Show them what you've done and then say, look, man, you guys want to join me one weekend, you know? You're not responsible for them. They're all college age, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like bringing a bunch of 6-year-old down here where you be really be hard to keep track of them. So these are adults.
Right.
So consider it, okay? All right?
I will.
And I'll contact you about this Occupy art, okay?
Oh, please do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our slogan is, we're preoccupied by art before we occupied Wall Street. Preoccupied by art, which I think you were.
Exactly.
You're preoccupied.
Yeah.
By culture and art. That's our slogan. I think I got it right. I just coined it a couple of days ago. I never told anybody, but that's it. So you're the first guy. Does that sound good?
Preoccupied by art?
I was preoccupied by art before I occupied Wall Street. Okay?
Right.
I think it rolls off the tongue in a sort of laborious process. Nice talking to you, man.
I studied these.
I will only let this video.
Oh, right.
No, it's not one of those.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. Good to see you. Oh, really? I'm going to go then. Yeah, I'm going to go.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not gonna say it's peace, love, and happiness.
Well, I can't get there.
So yeah, Broadway and
I will be stronger, they'll call me freedom, like a waving flag. Then it goes back, then it goes back, then it goes back. Oh, to the throne, stronger than known, the violent throne, won't be consoled. But it's my home, all I have known, here I got grown. But now it's gone, out of the darkness, I came the farthest, among the hardest survivors. I learned from these streets, it can be bleak, accept no defeat, surrender, retreat, and we're struggling, fighting to eat and wondering if we'll be free, so we patiently wait, that fateful day, it's not far away, right now I say, when I get older, we'll be stronger, call me freedom, like a waving flag, then it goes back, then it goes back, then it goes back, oh, so many wars, settling scores, making us promises and leaving us poor. Well, I heard them say, love is the way, love is the answer. That's what they say, but look how they treat us, make us believers. We fight their battles and then they deceive us. They cannot hold us, can't control us, 'cause we move forward, a fellow soldier. Struggling, fighting to eat and wondering if we'll be free, so we patiently wait, that fateful day is not far away, right now I say, when I get older, we'll be stronger, call me freedom, like a waving flag, then it goes back, then it goes back, then it goes back, and when I get older, I will be stronger, call me freedom, like a waving flag, then it goes back, then it goes back, then it goes back, oh, when I get older, I will be stronger, when I get older, I will be stronger, just like a waving flag.
Great.
Thank you.
You write that?
No, that's Kanon.
Oh, yeah?
I'll play one of my own now, though.
Okay, play one of your own. What's your name?
Kanaska,
Kanaska. Great. Where are you from?
Canada.
Oh, great.
Yeah, man.
Where in Canada?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. Wow.
Lived in Ottawa, though.
Long way from home.
Yeah, man.
But as long as you know true north, right? You'll find your way.
That's right. Do you mind not standing in front of that? It's like,
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, man.
Why don't we put it over here? I'll put American flag in it.
Cool.
No, that always gets money, man.
I'm here searching for a new way. locked up and beaten without cry. Whatever happened to equality? Whatever happened to democracy? Whatever happened to liberty? It's time. Stand up to Wall Street. Stand up for unity. Stand up for what you believe. It's time to occupy. Brothers and sisters all around, the truth will slowly unfold. Movement of peace amongst the crowd. Can you feel a shift across the world? Whatever happened to freedom? Why can't we have a peaceful union? Why can't they see that we're on their side? Stand up to Wall Street. Oh, stand up for unity. Stand up for what you believe. It's time to occupy. When will you realize that we are all one energy? And without thinking, they criticize. Corruption is blinding you and me. Whatever happened to equality? We're living in a hypocrisy. Oh, a new collective will now rise. Stand up to Wall Street. Oh, stand up for unity. Stand up for what you believe. It's time to occupy. Stand up to Wall Street. Oh, stand up for unity. Stand up for what you believe. A revolution will now rise. Will now rise.
Great. You wrote that?
Yeah.
Excellent. Do I have your permission to post it on the internet?
Yeah, if you have Facebook, I'd love that. I'll even give you my Facebook.
Okay, yeah. Here, you know what? Write it on the back of this card. Yeah, I'll give you a pen. Yeah. I got a pen. There they are.
Oh, thank you.
Great. Yeah, it'll go on probably on Thursday.
All right, that's my Facebook.
Okay, excellent. Good. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Been a pleasure listening to you. I'll be back.
Take care.
Thank you, Canasta.
Thank you.
I know. So what did you suggest? I'm suggesting fucking wait till you do 3 shots today. I would like, if you say that to me, I would say no, just me fighting every day.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Cute.
I have it out. So this is get your free poison. Get your free. It's not here.
We go to either Burger King or we go to McDonald's.
All right. Yeah, I'll go by the medical tent. I don't need to.
Just around the corner.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
What happens on Wall Street won't stay on Wall Street.
You're getting paid to watch a free show here. You're making money. You're lucky.
You guys know what's the best nation?
Hey, how you doing there? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, here you go.
I'm trying to educate people because, you know, well, I live in India and we're making kits. We're going to start making kits. But I also want the people to have this technology, you know. Not
What is that?
So I'm converting gas cars to run on water.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you. I can explain to you how it's done.
All right, explain.
Okay, so in your car, you've got a spark plug.
Yeah.
And
sure.
so that spark plug is a high voltage, low current.
Right.
So this is in your gas stove, you've got an electric lighter.
Yeah.
That's 40,000 volts. High voltage, low current. That's enough to burn gasoline. Okay? If you want to burn water, you gotta get some more current in there. So if you got a fuel injector in your car, that's spraying water. You know what's going to happen if you spray water in your car? Same thing, right?
Right.
You got to increase the current.
Yeah.
So I just took some parts from a microwave oven. Cost me $20, and I combined the circuits. Then you put some current on this thing. I've got a little. Then here it goes. Hopefully.
Uh-oh.
Let's spray a little bit more.
Yeah, you sprayed it too long ago. Oh yeah.
See? So that spark is enough to get your car to burn the hydrogen inside of the water.
Okay, well now, can I experiment?
Yeah.
Will you spray that in your mouth? Prove it's water?
Yeah.
Wait.
I just poured it from
No,
here.
it's water. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is keep on spraying it continuously and we'll see what happens, okay? So you just keep on pushing it. Okay, go.
Whoa. It doesn't, if it's too much, it'll...
Oh, okay. All right, let's see.
It's not turned on, okay? Hold on. Okay.
Ready?
Go ahead. So it only takes one spark. Might have put too much now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's too much.
So you'd have to vaporize the water into a really...
when the water is sprayed in, it gets compressed and the vapor is...
So when you built this, do you have a background in electrical engineering?
Yeah.
You do? Yeah, that's what I thought.
So
it's too sophisticated for...
well, actually, this type of stuff, I have a background in physics from Oregon, but then, but this type of stuff I had to learn from other people, not from a university.
Oh, who'd you learn it from? Where? Just people you came across?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
How many volts does it take to...
So,
I mean, you can't really ignite the hydrogen in water unless it's separated from the oxygen first.
Excuse me?
You can't really ignite the hydrogen in water unless it's separated from the oxygen
that's
first.
separating it right there. So when I build my water-powered car, I live in India, I have a water-powered car. When I build it, I combine 3 different technologies. To make it put simply, it's like you got a cake and the icing and the cherries on top. So this thing I'm showing you is just the cherries on top. This is what I call the water spark plug. Now we're combining 2 other technologies. One of them is a heat reclamation system. You know, most of the energy from the car is lost in the heat. So we put the water tank right there around the exhaust pipe to capture some of that heat back, you know. And then we have a hydrogen fuel cell. And that
when you say we, who is we?
The people I work with in India.
Okay, where is that? What city? In Delhi or?
It's in Calcutta.
In Calcutta. Okay. I interrupted you. Continue.
Yeah,
What's the third?
We're going to start making kits really soon.
Excellent.
And
what's the third? The hydrogen you were starting to say?
Yeah, the second. We have the first one is the heat reclamation, which is like the cake.
Right.
Then we have the icing on top, which is the hydrogen fuel cell.
Which is
How does heating up the water help the?
Because it already gets the water excited, and then after it's then we pass it through a magnet. We create a special magnet just out of iron pipes. Okay, and when the vapor is passing through, and it's a high pressure, high magnetic fields, a high temperature, it excites the water into a state that makes it easy. So with that, just with that heat reclamation, I can already get 80% water in my fuel tank. Now to get the other 20% water, I've got this hydrogen fuel cell, which is just using a little bit of electricity to break apart the extra hydrogen. And then I'm using this water spark plug from the battery of the car.
Where does the battery charge from the alternator, or like a normal?
Charges from the alternator. It's the same. It doesn't take much because we're using the secrets of nature. When the NASA looks in space, they're looking for life on other planets. They're tuning their telescopes to the 1.5 gigahertz frequency.
Thanks so much.
And that 1.5 gigahertz frequency is where hydrogen is combining with oxygen in space. This is the way nature does it, okay? If we mimic nature, you see, nature always does things in the easiest way possible. There's a certain resonance inside of the water at the 1.5 gigahertz frequency, okay? So our hydrogen fuel cell is 400% efficient. It means the amount of energy we get out is 4 times more than the amount of energy it takes.
You put in. Okay. Well, that's the secret. Say that's
one of
what you want to. Yeah.
That's one of.
You mean the amount of electrical energy it takes to
is 4 times less than the amount of energy we get out of the hydrogen. So I'm talking about I'm combining 3 different technologies. You know. Each one of those 3 technologies is enough to power the car. Even this one is enough to power the car. Because the amount of energy it takes to make this thing spark is less than the amount of energy that your alternator will produce.
What's the voltage?
This is 40,000 voltage. That's the same as any car. But these normal cars don't have any current behind that voltage. So all you have to do is increase the current a little bit. But you have to do it in a very special way. That's why I'm using these microwave diodes and capacitors, because you have to control that. It's a high, you know, I've got an inverter in here, and that inverter is, I blew out 2 inverters, you know, because it was such a big, you know, voltage and current spark.
So what did you do then to regulate the spark?
I have an inductor which came from a microwave oven, and the diodes which came, because that can handle that high current, high.
And so now, when you say you just built that using this, did you build this in India and take this box over here?
No,
or did you come over here and build it here?
Over here. It cost me $20. I went to the junkyard. I got a microwave oven.
No, you can find thrown out microwaves everywhere on New York City streets. Yeah. So I've never seen you before, and I've been here like 6 weeks. I mean,
I just arrived a few days ago.
Yeah. So, are you living here, or
no,
are you?
I live in India.
I mean, but are you living right now in the camp?
No, not in the park. No.
Oh, so you're a guest of someone outside?
No, I just came to sit here today.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. No, I find this fascinating. You know. What's your name?
My name is Rasa, R-A-S-A.
Let me get
This is my webpage here.
Oh, okay.
0 Point Institute, all one word.
And you're located again in India.
Yeah, it's YouTube, 0 Point Institute, all one word. I got lots of videos of the motors.
So 0pointinstitute.org or dot?
No, it's YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
What city did you say in India? And does your site have instructions for putting together?
I'm getting to that point where I'm teaching people how to do this themselves, because that's...
Well, are you patenting it, or...?
This has actually been patented a long time ago, but it's been suppressed.
Oh, really? Who patented it?
I'm forgetting the name. It was quite a while ago. I don't, because I work with several.
When you say a while ago, 1980, or because microwave ovens were developed in the 70s.
Yeah, but this type of what I call the water spark plug is quite old. I think it may even be from the 30s or something.
Oh, really? But then the patents run out if they never commercially developed it. You know, they just changed the patent law, where you got to kind of use it or lose it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, if the government is holding it.
So it might be that you can repatent it.
No, I'm not, you know, for me, my mission is to teach as many people as I can, because this is a grassroots movement.
Yeah.
I want everybody.
But you know, the only way to really spread something is commodification, and make people pay for it. But then it's something that can be marketed, and then you get a huge advertising company. You get a corporation in back of promoting it, because just you sitting there in an ashram somewhere in India, you're not going to spread it, man. It's just going to be dead on arrival.
We're already making kits now. We're going to start selling kits.
Okay, good.
And teaching people.
But again, you know, the only way to really spread it, paradoxically, is to claim ownership of it, and then you can, you know.
Well,
it's a kind of ironic thing. You think giving it away for free, would be the way to maximize spreading it.
Well, I
but it's not true.
Both approaches.
Yeah. But
because most people, you know, I sit here and I'm like, oh, you can run your car on water, and people just walk
no, they don't
away.
believe it because it sounds outrageous. It's outside their frame of reference. They just think you're full of shit, basically. I'm sorry.
But once you see that it's like in CNN, then it's legit. Or something.
Yeah, exactly. No, they will not believe a guy from an ashram in an orange robe, looking like he just came off meditating for 20 years, wearing a long beard and hair, with a sophisticated apparatus. Even when they watch it with their own eyes, they still don't believe it. So you just, you know, you'd have to be short hair, suit and tie, certified MIT. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for collecting those signs. And you know what I'm saying? They just will never believe a guy like you. And you're probably a genius, and you probably have a degree in electronics from MIT or wherever. But you know what? They're not going to believe you, man. Like I believe you, actually. I think anything's possible. But you know, I'm fascinated, actually. I'm fascinated. But I think you got to patent something about this to really spread it.
We're working with several different technologies, and some of them are brand new, and we are going to patent.
Okay, good.
But
it's expensive to patent too.
Just so that nobody will be able to steal it from us.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's it, and they will. You know, the guy that developed TV was a kid that plowed fields down south, and he patented the television, you know, with the rows. That's how he got the idea to make images out of rows. He had spent his youth, 8, 9 years old, plowing fields down south of cotton behind a mule. But he patented it. It didn't matter. They still stole it from him, the television concept. So you got to be very careful, because even if you think you own it, those bastards, the really rich, they have billions of dollars. They employ 1,000 lawyers, General Electric. And only in their tax department, by the way, 1,000 lawyers. You can imagine what they employ in other departments, and they pay no income tax on all their profits, because they got. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's my card. I'm Tommy, you know, and I'm in the middle patenting something else too. And also, I run the marches around here, and doing various things, you know, culturally.
Actually, you know, I was gonna bring a generator here. I've got a water-powered generator. I could have lit up this whole park.
Oh yeah?
But I knew the police would have taken it away.
A water-powered generator.
It's sitting in Toronto right now. But
wow, is that a prototype?
It's a prototype.
I wouldn't mind going up there and getting it and bring it down here. This would actually this would actually get maximum publicity, and we could have legal observers. We got the I got the names of these guys that supervise my marches, you know. We could actually surround the machine by legal observers, and it is private property. Police do not go in to the park unless there's a crime, and we could get it down here. I could get protection of it, okay, and they could not confiscate it, okay, especially if we prove there's no gasoline, because really what they're objecting to is gasoline. So do you feel like going up to Toronto and bringing it down? I'll pay. I'll pay for it. Do you have money?
Not so much.
Okay.
Actually, the main reason I came to New York City is just because I had to apply for my visa again for India.
Okay.
You know, I'm just here to educate people.
You had to apply for your visa to go back to India? Yeah. They make you do that. Yeah. Bureaucracy. Anyway, why don't you think about it? If you want, I will pay your ticket to go up there and get that generator. How big is it?
It's heavy. It takes 2 people to carry it. You know?
You got any other people from your organization here? Or? No? So how would you get it back down here?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, there's.
What's it doing in Toronto?
I did call a shipping company. That's where we built it.
Oh, that's where you build it up there? Okay.
Yeah, and I built this. I was actually lucky to get through customs with this.
Yeah. I imagine they had some questions about it, right?
No, I went through.
Is it a bomb?
I went through Niagara. They didn't ask anything.
Okay. Well, let's see, how to get it through the border.
Well, there's a shipping I called some shipping companies. They said no problem. We handled many generators.
All right. Well, maybe we should just get it shipped down here. I'll pay for shipping, man, you know? I'm Tommy Fox. I got my fingers in a lot of things going on down here. I would love to power this park with a water-fueled generator. It could create headlines and really, it could actually spread this whole idea of yours around the world in a very fast, economical, and cheap way.
I've got another one that's sitting in LA, which actually might be more convenient. I could just take it to the Occupy LA.
Yeah, but this is the headquarters where, you know, and anything that happens here is going around the world. You understand? So LA, no, it wouldn't be reported. But have you seen the amount of cameras in this park?
Yeah.
You realize this is the most photographed half-acre or acre on the surface of the earth right now. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Do you realize that? The media from all over the world are here and constantly, look at it, camera right there. They're interviewing a 90-year-old man. You know, I mean, where else on the surface of this planet can you just turn and find cameras everywhere? Here's another one right there. You know? Okay, this is ground zero, literally ground zero for media situation. So if you wanted to get this thing off the ground in a major way, here would be the place to do it. Yeah, and believe me, I'm really, really good at marketing. You have no idea. This is it. Why don't you got my card, right?
Yes, I do.
So why don't you call, you got a cell phone?
My friend does.
Okay. If you want to do it, I'll pay for shipping down here, all right? And I would love to do this, okay? I'm this guy right here, New American Regeneration Party, all right?
Nice.
Okay? What's your name?
Rasa.
Rasa. Okay, you know what? Let me, can you write down contact info or whatever?
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to disappear and I never hear from you again. And a lot of people do that, man, you know? Rasa. So why don't you give me as much info as you feel comfortable with? You got all my private info. You know where I live. You're also welcome to stay up at my house. And I already got a couple of people living up there from the park.
I got a place to stay.
Okay. But just be aware, you got backup. I'll back you up physically. And
my friend there.
Monetarily.
I spoke to my friend about bringing it here, and we were very weary. And
well, I think the main problem is just getting it through customs. I wouldn't be.
No, that's not. It's just.
I wouldn't
shipping
be.
Companies are.
I wouldn't be paranoid about getting it confiscated here, because we will get legal observers, and
okay.
We can get.
Can I give them a demonstration?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, so your normal car, spark plug, right?
Gotcha.
So your car has 40,000 volts in the spark plug. Okay, so this is a lighter from a gas stove. You know, when you light your oven, right?
Yep.
So that's the same. That's 40,000 volts right there.
Okay.
Okay, high voltage, low current. Okay, so that's enough to burn gasoline, but it's not enough to burn water. If you want to burn water, so your car has a fuel injector, and that fuel injector is spraying gas, and my fuel injector is going to spray water.
It's going in.
Okay, so now if you're spraying water in your car, what's going to happen? It's the same thing. That's high voltage, low current. So if you want to burn the water and the hydrogen in the water, you have to increase the current. Okay, here we go. So, like that, it just sparks, and that's enough. Drive it. Once the piston compresses that hot vapor, that spark is enough to ignite the hydrogen. Then you just fill your tank up with water.
So then you just have to increase the
amount of.
Yeah, but you have to do it in a very controlled way. See, I
probably shot myself if I tried to do it.
I just went down and I went and got a used microwave oven from the junkyard. Cost me $20. I took it apart. I took out the diodes, the capacitor, and the transformer, and that helps me control the current.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So where's your car?
My car is in India.
And you run it off the water?
Yeah. But
what kind of car?
It's actually a dune buggy. Yeah. So this is my webpage. It's 0 Point Institute on YouTube.
Are there pictures of your dune buggy on there?
There's pictures of some engines and some other stuff.
So if I had a Ford F-150 truck, I could essentially go get a microwave oven, have my brother, who's an engineering genius, modify it for me according to your modifications.
So when our car in India is a combination of 3 different technologies. I call it like this: you got the cake, the icing, and the cherries on top.
I guess. So. So there's no battery.
In one of these, I work with several types of technologies.
Yeah.
One of them is called GEET, G-E-E-T.
Yeah.
If you search on the internet, GEET, it's the heat reclamation system.
Okay.
Where we pass the steam through this magnet,
right,
and it actually converts the water into a plasma, and that plasma will burn.
But here's the thing: how do you get the process going to get it hot enough to make the steam to begin with?
So we have a separate tank.
Yeah. So you need an igniter to get it going, and then somehow. Now, how do you? Okay, because there's energy being used to ignite.
Just to get it to the running temperature.
Yeah, yeah.
Once it reaches the running temperature.
What produces that?
What?
What creates that energy to heat up?
Yeah, you got a second tank, and that tank can be like biodiesel or methanol or whatever.
Okay, so there's a second tank that kind of gets the system up and going,
to the right temperature,
hot enough to vaporize the water.
Right.
Okay. See. Okay.
Yeah.
And that
also
second system.
You have to change the timing.
And that second system has a battery.
No.
No?
It's just
then how do you start up that system?
It's just a normal tank. You pull the cord.
Okay, you just pull the. Okay. All right.
You have to change the timing.
So you got 2 motors essentially. One to start up the process, that cuts out, and the second one takes over, which runs on water.
There's several different ways of doing it.
Yeah. What's the one that's most efficient?
The most efficient way is where we actually mix alcohol in the water.
Oh, okay.
Because then, you see, the problem comes with the timing. You see, gasoline and things like alcohol burn slowly, and hydrogen burns instantly. So there's a timing differential. So so if you mix the two together, we usually use 80% water. 20% alcohol.
Okay.
And that's enough to make it
Is that
operate.
Denatured alcohol or
any kind?
Any kind. All right.
But yeah,
so in theory, you could pour a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
Let's say a liter of whiskey and a gallon of water, and you could run your car on that.
Yeah. And that also solves the other problem of freezing in the winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but it does leave you with the disadvantage of you still have to put something in there. I use methanol because methanol is actually the same price as gasoline.
Oh, really?
It's $3 a gallon.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cleanest burning fuel on the planet, other than hydrogen.
Wow. Do you want to give this guy is going to blow your mind.
Yeah, let's see it.
Okay. No, he will blow your mind. Okay, if you have an open mind. But sometimes people see things and they don't believe them. So you gotta maintain a skeptical stance that's susceptible to belief.
I like skepticism. That's not code for he's gonna lie.
I like skepticism.
No,
okay?
what he's going to demonstrate is so outrageous that it's almost unbelievable. But you know, nature is full of a lot of surprises. You know, we're still discovering.
Okay, so this is a spark plug. Came from a chainsaw. Okay. And so inside of your car, you have a spark plug that operates at 40,000 volts. High voltage, low current is all you need to burn the gas in your car. So this is a lighter from a gas stove, right? When you're gonna light your gas stove. It's the same thing as your car has, 40,000 volts. Okay? So your car has a fuel injector, right? That's spraying gas.
It vaporizes.
So now this fuel injector is spraying water. You know, I just put water in here, and hopefully this thing will start spraying water. Okay? So, what happens if you put water in your tank? The injector is going to spray water. Nothing's going to happen. Okay? So, this is high voltage, almost low current. So if I increase the current, then it will burn the hydrogen right there in the car. See? So just one spark is all it takes to get that piston coming down, and the car will keep running. Just a little bit of water. That's all it takes to run your car. Water in the tank.
So you put water in your tank and run your car?
I have a car. I live in India.
Where do you live?
I live in India, and we're actually going to start making kits now, so people can convert their car.
Yeah.
Now, do you believe it?
I have no idea.
Well, tell them the icing and the cake icing and the cherry thing. The three stages.
I'm working with several different technologies, and this is just one of them. I call the water spark plug. Okay. And if you go to my YouTube channel, it's 0 Point Institute, all one word. And then you'll see videos of the other stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring it here with me today. But
0 Point Institute, thank you.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks for.
See, here's the thing. You're kind of wasting your time here, like telling individual people,
it's fun.
because it doesn't matter. I mean, they might believe you, but they're not going to do anything about it, right? But listen. If you bring your generator here, okay, we will get massive media attention. And the other thing is, and this is the police, I was here, okay, they took out all the portable Honda 2000 gasoline-powered generators, those real quiet ones, the day before the snowstorm, when it got so cold. It was a awful day. It snowed, and then it rained, and it was dreadfully cold, you know? It was abnormally cold for that time of year about 3 weeks ago, right? And they deliberately, I think, because it was predicted, this freak snowstorm in October, right? It was predicted, and they waited till like the night before, and then they took all the gas generators out of here, so nobody had any electricity, okay?
Can I join this Marxist political seminar?
Well, almost. Not quite.
Or is it anarchist?
Oh, I'm just letting you know what happened. So here's the thing. Since then, they haven't allowed us to bring in gasoline-powered generators, despite the vans up there.
They have their own generators.
They have gasoline-powered generators right there. Tons of them.
Yeah.
But they won't allow, right? Am I right? Yeah, I am right. So it's like they wait till the most freezing, it was so cold it set a new record that day. I mean, for like 100 years they hadn't had that cold a day with a miserable snowstorm, you know? What is that?
12 tribes.
12 tribes, wow. So here's the thing.
The Mayan 12 tribes?
We need power here to power like heaters and computers and charge cell phones. They got bicycles in here on the other side of the park, and they're pedaling and charging up batteries that way, you know, which is a really laborious way to get the electricity, you know, to run anything, right? So if we could get your generator here,
I'll look on it.
It's 6 times a year.
Reconnecting with something I lost.
They come to the conferences. Cold vision.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Thanks. Atlantis Rising.
what is it called?
Atlantis Rising.
Atlantis Rising. So, you know, if we could get your generator here, you'd not only get maximum publicity on this, but you would also be doing a tremendous favor, because it's going to get bloody cold in this city soon. We're in November already, November 13th. there's going to be another snowstorm in 2 weeks, probably 3 weeks. And so if we had a source of electricity, people could get electric heaters for these tents. And the city, what could they do? They can't object because it's running on water, man. You can put out a fire with water. You can also apparently make a fire with water.
Yeah, but there is that 1 second where the hydrogen is being exploded, and that might be enough to scare everybody.
I don't think so. Legally, we have a lot of law firms involved down here suing the city on a lot of things, you know, and they
well, I mean, I heard just the other day that they got permits to run the generators, but the police still confiscated it anyway. So legally,
they can't confiscate a generator that runs on water, you know. It just can't be done. They are inventing, the authorities are inventing laws as they go around, because the generator is right up on that sidewalk running those vans. I mean, those food carts, right? But they won't allow the Honda Honda 2000s, right? They're really quiet. They're used on street fairs. There was just a street fair on Friday on Broadway here, and I must have seen 10, 15 Honda 2000s all up and down the street, powering all the food carts that were in that street fair on Broadway, going down towards Wall Street and beyond Wall Street. How can those be legal, and yet running them in this park is illegal? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, unless those are officially not legal and they don't feel like enforcing it, and they just decided to enforce.
But then, you know, I thought we lived in America, you know, which is the indifferent, you know, enforcement of the law on everybody the same way. So I wasn't aware American law was sort of playing favorites and picking and choosing. You know, if you have a law, it applies to everybody everywhere. Or it doesn't apply at all. You know, they can't just selectively choose, you know, certain entities and say, but you got to follow the law, but you get a free pass, you can break the law. I don't think our legal system's supposed to operate like that, you know. So anyway, just to be aware, there's generators 100 feet from us right now, but they won't allow these people to have electricity inside the park. You know, that's not fair, right?
The law that they were citing, was it supposed to be about public spaces, or was it about like in parks?
I don't know. All I know is they're suing to get generators back in here, and somebody did you say they won? Somebody just told me they won, but the police are confiscating generators anyway. But that's gasoline-powered generators. If we have a water-powered generator, they can go suck eggs. You ever heard that expression?
No.
No? You never heard that expression? This is an American, old expression, you know? Teach your grandmother to suck egg. It's like you know, basically tell them to take a long walk off a short pier. You ever heard that expression?
Yeah.
Okay. That's equivalent. Go suck eggs is the same thing. In other words, they can't touch you because, you know, you're not doing anything wrong. So anyway, think about it, okay? And you got my card, call me. I'd love to get that generator down here. You will get worldwide publicity, and we will have a source of electricity, and you might even save people from getting pneumonia. So it'd be really good karma up there in
Karmaland.
In Karmaland, otherwise known as India. Hey, pleasure talking to you. And what's your website again?
0 Point Institute.
0 Point Institute. Got it. I'll be by later.
This neighborhood. There's no triple X in there. Jamaica High School.
Excellent. I like to hear that.
Anyone need a flu shot?
How's the take look from your shots?
I remember she taught me how to do it, and I was like, okay.
My gosh, there's a generator. I hear a generator. It's a little portable generator. generator. A little Honda 2000. Yeah, there it is, Honda 2000. And, oh my gosh, another Honda 2000. Puffing away. Yep. I'll be darned. They're legal. Oh shit.
Inside your car is operating at 40,000 volts. This is an electric lighter from a gas stove. It's the same thing. That's 40,000 volts right there. Same from your car. High voltage and low current. So that's what your car has, okay? And that's all you need to burn gasoline. It's not enough to burn water. So your car has an injector, right? That's spraying gasoline. My injector is spraying water, okay? So it just takes a little bit of water, okay? What happens if you put water in your tank? Nothing. It doesn't burn the water. But if you increase the current on the circuit, so I took some parts from a microwave oven here, then it will start burning the hydrogen.
Wow.
You drive the car, the piston in the car.
You won't hydrolock it? You won't hydrolock?
No.
Like, just because won't compress?
When we actually build vehicles, we're using a control circuit to control the injection, so you don't inject too much or too little or anything like that.
And if you have water in your car, because the water will compress it, hydrolock it.
It'll compress this because it's already. See, when we actually build, when we build the cars, we're combining 3 different technologies. I call it the cake, the icing, and the cherries on top. This is just the cherries on top right here. And but any one of the 3 is good enough. So.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I am hoping to empower you guys. So. We've already made a boat that has its own desalination pump in it. I have.
What's stopping you?
Nothing stopping me.
Really? Are you really asking?
I'm just trying to. What's stopping you? Because I'm trying to teach you how to do it. I already know how to do it. You know, that's what my job is here, is to empower you. You know, because we got to take our power back from the oil companies.
So where do you? I mean, how do you get a car that runs on water?
I'm working with a company in India, and I'm teaching them. We're building kits now to convert cars. I've got a generator in Toronto that I was going to bring here, but I was afraid they would confiscate it.
Can they just take regular cars and
just tweak it? Yeah. The only difference, okay, inside of a gas engine, when the gasoline goes in, the gasoline molecule has carbons and hydrogens. Actually, when you burn gasoline, all you're burning is the hydrogen. And it has to separate the carbons and everything, and the carbon goes out the tailpipe, okay? So that's a very slow process. That's why in your car, when your piston is coming up, the spark fires, and the piston keeps going up, and then the fire burns slowly, and it pushes it down, okay? For the only difference between a gas engine and a hydrogen engine is the timing. Hydrogen burns instantly, so you just move the timing forward so that it sparks at the same time.
But a gas engine is a hydrogen too.
It is, but it's burning slow because the gasoline burns slow and hydrogen burns much faster, so you just change the timing. That's it.
And it will like burn completely because you don't want to have any water left over.
The oxygen comes out the tailpipe.
So it's not going to leave any water like the rust and everything.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. We're going to try to get the generator down here too, but this guy has to learn to trust me. Yeah.
Are you like helping him?
My bladder says I have to go.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, look that.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know what? I'm recording you. We don't give a shit about your stinking bladder. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that nice?
And get a shave while you're at it.
I am. I got to go get a razor.
Jesus. I'm running you for Senate. next
don't
year.
you keep that
and
on
this
tape.
guy, he looks like he's been living in the park.
Or the dog.
With the dog. I mean, it's pathetic. Come on,
Diogenes lived
he's going to be running New York State. Would you trust this man to run New York State? Or even his own life?
I'm taking him to
Would
Albany.
you trust this guy to run his own life?
We're spending the whole day tomorrow in Albany. He's going to be walking around in the car. All right? Seriously. He can't sit down. You know,
can you imagine me stuck with him on a truck?
I'm going to have to put a playpen in the back so he has somewhere to run around.
We're going to have to, like, we're going to survive. It's going to be interesting. It's going to.
You got my vote.
All right.
Okay. Anyway,
I'll see you guys.
get a good night's sleep. I'll see you at 6 a.m.
Bye, sweetheart.
6 a.m. All right. What? I don't get a kiss. No, I don't want a kiss from that beard.
It's a cigar.
You stay away from me and the cigar.
The cigar could get that thing running.
This man is a woman repelling, a walking woman repelling. There he is. All right. Okay, see you. Yeah, me and Randy. What a team.
It cost me $20.
What a team.
There's some diodes from a microwave oven and a capacitor from a microwave oven, and there's a transformer from a microwave oven, and then I just got a little battery and an inverter in there. And this lighter. This is an electric lighter from a gas stove. So that is providing the high voltage, and then all the parts from the microwave is providing the current for it.
All about
No, this is cool. I mean, I am really, really intrigued.
So you just take like an old distributor, like crank up the voltage enough on the car to get it?
No.
Because like the new ones you can't, because you would like in order to crank up the voltage that much, you'd have to have an older style, right?
The voltage is already high. You're trying to crank up the current. That's why I need the microwave parts to control that. See, I have an inverter in here, and I already blew up 3 inverters trying to learn how to control that current. You know. Yeah.
What was the secret of not blowing it? What'd you do?
We just got a stronger inverter.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. Yep, that makes sense. All right, I'm going to go keep on touring. But keep what I said in mind, okay? Give me a call.
Please gawk at us. Don't be the
Fishy
other.
sauce.
No, don't try to read up on politics.
Free flu shots. Free flu shots. Can't afford a house. Not no more.
You look like you're having fun. You must be a foot fetishist. I thought only men were.
No, I just love relaxing people.
Oh, looks great. Keep it up.
Don't hate, folks. Just donate. The Mets represents the
T-shirts.
wasn't hit that bad.
Bye, Carlos Street. I'll bring the Montreal.
Hey, take care, man. Go Canada! Montreal!
I actually do communications for
Solution.
Yeah.
You give me 5 minutes here.
Sure, yeah.
Nobody's here except me.
Yeah, no problem.
Like a race.
Yeah, yeah. You know McDonald's, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna run right
Okay,
over.
all right. Yeah, I'll spot you.
If it comes back, just tell him I had a
Yeah,
piss
yeah.
like a
Don't
race.
worry. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
My pleasure. This is it?
Thank you.
Yep, sure.
Just gotta let everybody know.